dear students, welcome back to our class. So in today's class what we are going to see is solving quadratic equations. So what is quadratic equations? A quadratic equation will be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. That is an equation with the degree 2 is called as the quadratic equation. Okay. See, now we are going to see how we are going to solve the quadratic equations. So for that we have to know what is the solution of the equation. See, what is the solution? The value of the variable which satisfies the equation. See here, quadratic equations will be formed like this: ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, see here, these a, b, c are called as the coefficients of the equation, and this x, the variable of this equation is x. So when we substitute the value for x which satisfies the equation, that means this equation must become 0. If it satisfies the value is called as the solution. Okay, solution of the quadratic equation. See here, how we are going to solve the quadratic equation using these three methods. Okay, the first one is factorization method, the second one is completing the square method, and the third one is using formula. So using these three methods we are going to solve the quadratic equation. Come, let us see how we are going to solve using the factorization method. See here, these are the steps for solving the quadratic equation using the factorization method. What are the steps? First, we have to write the given equation in the general form. What's the general form of the quadratic equation? We just saw, right? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the general form of the quadratic equation. Okay. Then what we have to do is split the middle term. Split the middle term. What's the middle term in this equation? Bx. Bx is the middle term. Okay. We have to split this middle term into two terms. Okay. Then that is, we can say otherwise it is called as factorizing the middle term. Okay. We are going to factorize this equation. Then what we have to write? What we have to do is we have to write that equation as the product of two linear factors. We get two middle terms, right? Using that we will be writing them as the product of two linear factors. Then what we have to do? We have to equate that both the linear factors equal to 0, and we have to solve for x. The value we are getting for x is called as the roots of the equation. These are the steps for solving quadratic equation by factorization. Okay, now we are going to see the example. See the example they have given us. Example 3.27. Solve. They are given the quadratic equation 2x square minus 2 root 6 into x plus 3 equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation we have given. So we are going to solve this quadratic equation by factorization method. We have to follow these steps. First, what we have to do? We have to write this equation in the general form. Already the given equation is in the general form. Gx square, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. The given equation is already in the general form. Next, what we are going to do? We are going to split the middle term. Okay? Keep the first term as it is 2x square. We are going to split minus 2 root x. Minus 2 root 6 into x. We are going to split this term. See here, when splitting these two terms, while adding we should get the middle term, and while multiplying we should get the multiplication of these two terms. See here, what is the multiplication of these two terms? 3 into 2 is 6. Okay, then we are going to split it into two terms, right? Then when multiplying those two terms, we should get 6, and while adding those two terms, we should get minus 2 into root 6 into x. Okay, this is how we are going to split the terms. So how can we split this? Minus root 6x minus root 6 into x plus 3 equal to 0. See here, multiply this both minus into minus plus, and root 6 into root 6 is 6. The multiplication of these two terms is 3 into 2 is 6. Therefore, this is correct. And add these two terms, minus root 6 into x minus root 6 into x is, while adding what we get? Minus 2 into root 6 into x. Therefore, our factorization is correct. Okay. Next, what we have to do? We have to write it in the product of two linear factors. How we are going to write? See, consider these two terms. Okay, what's the common term? This term can be written as 2x squared minus root 2 into root 3 into x. Similarly, root 6 can be written as root 2 into root 3 into x. See here, root 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2 and 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3 which is equal to 0. Need not write this step for the understanding of you. I have written like this. Okay. See here, from these two terms, what we can take as common? We can take one root 2 and one x. Okay. What's the remaining term? Root 2 into x minus root 3. And from here, what we can take? We can take root 3 minus root 3 alone. When we take minus root 3, what's the remaining term then? Root 2 into x. See, we have took minus outside. Therefore, here it becomes minus root 3 equal to 0. See these two terms? These are common. Therefore, we are going to take these two terms as common. Root 2x minus root 3 into this term. Root 2 into x minus root 3 is equal to 0. What we are going to do now? We are going to equate each factor to 0 and solve for x. That is, we are going to equate this separately to 0 and this separately to 0. That is, root 2 into x minus root 3 equal to 0. Similarly, we take here root 2 into x minus root 3 equal to 0. Okay. What's the value of x we get? X is equal to root 3 divided by root 2. Similarly, we take here as x is equal to root 3 divided by root 3. This is the answer. Okay. I'll put it on again. So, first, the given equation is in the general form. Okay. Next, what we are going to do? We are going to factorize, split the middle term. That is, factorize the equation. We are going to split the middle term. While splitting, the two terms we get right. The two terms, when we add these two terms, the middle term should come, and when we multiply these two terms, the multiplication of the first term and the third term should come. Okay, see here, minus 2 root 6, we are factorizing it as minus root 6x minus root 6x. While adding these two terms, what we get? Minus 2 into root x. Okay, then while multiplying, what we get is minus into minus plus. Root 6 into root 6 is 6. See here, 3 into 2 is 6. Therefore, we got the correct factorization. Now, we are taking the common terms in the first two terms and the common terms in the second two terms. Then, they are getting the two linear factors. Then, equating those two linear factors to 0, we got the two roots of the given equation. Okay. Now, the second example. Example number 3.2. Okay. What they have given? Solve 2m squared plus 19m plus 30 equal to 0. Okay. First, what we have to see? See, the given equation is in the general form. A square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Next, what we are going to do? We are going to split the middle term. 2m squared. Okay, we have to split the middle term. Okay, see here, what's the multiplication of these two terms? 60. Right, 60. So we are going to split this term. The two splittings will come right. While multiplying that, we should get 16. Okay, how can we split this? 4m plus 15m plus 30 equal to 0. Okay, see whether I am right. See here, while adding these both, what we get? Plus 19m. We got the middle term. While multiplying these two terms, 15 into 4 is 60, right? Here, 30 into 2 is 60. Therefore, we got the correct splitting. Now, take the common terms in first two terms. What's the common term? We can take one 2 outside and we can take one m outside. What's the remaining term in first? m plus 2. Okay, what we can take here, see here it is 15m and here it is 30. We can take 15 as common plus 50. When we take 15 as common, what's the remaining term? m plus 15 into 2 is 30. m plus 2 is equal to 0. Now we can take m plus 2 as common, therefore m plus 2 into what are the remaining terms? 2m plus 15 which is equal to 0. 0. Now what we are going to do? We are going to equate these linear factors to 0. See here, m plus 2 is equal to 0 and 2m plus 15 equal to 0. What's the answer we get? M is equal to minus 2 and here 2m is equal to minus 15 and m is equal to minus 15 divided by minus 2 and minus 15 divided by 2 are the two roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay. Now we have given the next example 3.29. We are going to solve that. Example 3.29. What they are given? Solve x power 4 minus 13x squared, okay, plus 42 equal to 0. Actually now what we are seeing is, we are seeing how to solve the quadratic equation using the factorization method. See here, this is an equation of degree 4, this is not a quadratic equation. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to change this to a quadratic equation. For that we are going to take let x squared is equal to a. Okay, substitute in this. If x squared is equal to a means x squared the whole square. That is x power 4 is equal to a squared. Substitute in this equation, what we get? A squared minus 30 will come as it is, minus x squared is a plus 42 comes as equal to 0. Now we got the quadratic equation with the variable. See here, this is an equation of variable x and this is the equation of variable a. We just changed the variable and we changed the equation to quadratic equation. After finding the solution, what we have to find? How we have to do? We have to change the equation roots to x term. Okay, we have to just find the value of x. First we are going to find the value of a. Then on substituting in this, we will get the value of x. Okay, now let us solve this using factorization method. See, it is in the general form. So a squared, we are going to factorize minus 13b. How we are going to factorize? See here, while multiplying the two terms that we are going to split, we should get 42. See here it is 42 and here it is 1. Therefore, we should get only 42. See here, minus 7a minus 6a plus 42 equal to 0. See whether my factorization is right? Yes. Minus 7 into minus 6 is, what's the answer? Minus 7 into minus 6 is plus 42 and minus 7 minus 6 is minus 13. Okay. Now we can split it. Okay. From these two terms, what we can take as common? A alone. Therefore, a minus 7 minus, we are taking minus outside because we should get the middle term here minus. We should get the same term here. Then only we can take it as common, right? Therefore, we are taking minus outside and 6 also outside. What will be the remaining term here? Only a. Since we took outside minus, here becomes minus. So 7 6 are 42. This is equal to 0. See here, we got the same values. Take that as common. A minus 7 into a minus 6 is equal to 0. Therefore, a is when equating these two factors to 0, a minus 7 is equal to 0 and a minus 6 is equal to 0. So, what's the value of a? A is equal to 7 comma 6. We already know what we took is x squared is equal to a. When we take a's value as 7, x squared is equal to a. Therefore, x squared is equal to 7. What's the value of x? X is equal to plus or minus 7. Okay. Similarly, when we take a's value as 6, what we know, x squared is equal to a. Therefore, x squared is equal to 6. What's the value of x? X is equal to, taking square root on both sides, x is equal to plus or minus root of 6. Okay. Just we found these. Since here it is an equation of 4 degree, we must have 4 roots. Therefore, we found 4. Plus or minus 6 and plus or minus 7. We found 4 roots. Okay. The next example, the last example of this section. Okay. What's the example they have given? Example 3.30. Solve equation we have given x minus x divided by x minus 1 plus x minus 1 divided by x equal to 2 into 1 divided by 2. Okay. See here, this is not a quadratic equation. So what we are going to do? We are going to change this to a quadratic equation. Okay. See here now. In this question, what we done? We took x square is equal to a. Therefore, we got the quadratic equation. Here, what we are going to do is we are going to take this term x divided by x minus 1 as y. Okay. So what this equation becomes? The equation becomes this is y, and here this x minus 1 divided by y. So from this what we can well reciprocally x minus 1 divided by x is equal to 1 by y, right? So y plus 1 divided by y is equal to, this is in the mixed fraction, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 divided by 2. Okay, now solve this. Y square plus 1 divided by y is equal to 5 divided by 2. Okay, on cross multiplying, what we get? 2 y square plus 2 equal to 5y. When this 5y comes to this side, what we get? Minus 5y plus 2 0. Yes. So what we got? We got the quadratic equation whose variable is y. Okay. How we are going to? And what we have to do? We have to split the middle term. This middle term can be split as 2y square minus 4y minus y plus 2 equal to 0. Check whether the answer the splitter is correct. See here, minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5. 2 into 2 is 4. 2 into 2 is 4. While multiplying these two terms, we should get 4. So minus 4 minus 1 is plus 4. We got plus 4. Therefore, the splitting is correct. See, what is the term common here in this term? We can take 1 2 outside and 1 y outside. What's the remaining term? Y minus 2i. So see here, we can't keep as it is because here it is y minus 2. Therefore, we are taking minus 1 outside. The remaining terms will be y minus 2 equal to 0. Take this y minus 2 as common. Y minus 2 into 2y minus 1 equal to 0. And equating y minus 2 equal to 0. What we get the answer of y is 2. On equating 2y minus 1 equal to 0. What we get? Y is equal to 1 divided by 2. Actually, what we have to find the solution for the variable x. We found the solution for the variable y. We have to change the solution. See here, what we do? X divided by x minus y is equal to y. So we are going to substitute. In y's value is 2. Y is equal to 2 means x minus 1 is equal to 2. So what we get? X is equal to 2x minus 2. Taking this that side. Okay. So what happens? Take this to this side. 2 is equal to 2x minus x. This x that side and minus 2 this side. This becomes plus 2 and this x becomes minus. So what's the value? X is equal to 2. Okay. Next, we got another value for y. That is when y is equal to 1 divided by 2. X divided by x minus 1 is equal to 1 divided by 2. Cross multiplying, what we get? 2x is equal to x minus 1. Bring this x this side. Therefore, 2x minus x is x. X is equal to minus 1. So, what's the value of x? X is equal to minus 1 comma. These are the two values of x. Okay. So, we are completing the example of the section. Now, we are moving on to the exercise that is following. This exercise number 3.10. 3.10. Okay. See here. What is the first question they have given? Solve the following quadratic equation by, how do we solve it till now? We just solve using the factorization method, right? We are going to solve this using factorization method. What's the first solution they have given? 4x squared minus 7x minus 2 equal to 0. We are going to solve this. See this is already in the general form. So we are taking first term as this. Now we are going to split this term. Okay, split this term. How can we split this? Minus 8x plus 1x minus 2 equal to 0. See what's the multiplication of these two terms? 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. Okay, see therefore while multiplying we should get minus 8, while adding we should get minus 7. See here, add this minus 8 and plus 1, we get minus 7, and multiply these two terms, minus 8 into plus 1 is minus 8. Therefore our splitting is correct. And what we are going to do, we are going to take the common terms, these two terms. What's the common term? 4 can be taken outside and 1x can be taken outside. So what's the term? X minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 equal to 2. Take this x minus 2 common. So what's the value? 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Now when we substitute x minus 2 is equal to 0, what's the value of x is equal to 2. And substitute 4x plus 1 equal to 0. What's the value of x? Minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, these are the two solutions. 2 and minus 1 divided by 4. Now, the second question. What's the second question we have given? 3 into t square minus 6 is equal to t into t plus 5. See, this equation is not in the general form. Okay, so now what we are going to do? We are going to make this to a general form. Substitute 3 inside. 3t square minus 6. 3 is 18 is equal to, and multiplying t inside, what we get? T square plus 5. Okay, bring all these terms this side. 3t square minus t square. So minus 5t, and I'll read this minus 18 is equal to 0. Now solve this. This 2 minus 1 is, so 3 minus 1 is 2. 2t square minus 5t minus 18 is equal to 0. See here, now we got the equation in the general form. X square minus dx, plus dx plus c. Here the variable is, now we are going to solve this using the factorization method. What we have to do? Keep the first term as it is, 2t square minus 5t. We have to factorize this. How can we factorize this 5t? See here, 18 into 2. What's the value of 18 into 2? 36. That is minus 36. Because we have minus here. Therefore, we should get minus 36 while multiplying these two terms. And while adding these two terms, what we should get? We should get minus 5. See here, minus 9 plus 4 is minus 5. Minus 9 into plus 4 is, minus 36. Therefore, our splitting is correct. Now, take the common terms in these two terms. What's the common here? Only p is common. Okay, make terms 2p minus 9. Then here, what we can take? We can take 1, 2 alone is common. What will be the remaining? 2p minus, and we take 2 outside. 9 into 2 is 18. Equal to 0. See the terms? 2p minus 9r is common. Therefore, we are taking that as that outside. The remaining term is 2 plus 2. 0. Okay, we have to substitute 2p minus 9 equal to 0. Therefore, value of p is equal to 9 divided by 2. And here, p plus 2 is equal to 0. Value of p is equal to minus. So the values are p is equal to minus 2 comma 9 divided by 2. Okay, 9 divided by 2. Now, this is the second solution, right? We are moving on to the third question. What's the third question? Square root of a into a minus 7 is equal to 3 into root 2. Okay? See here. Here they have given in some product form. Therefore, we found the equation. Why square root, what we are going to do is on taking square on both sides. On taking square on both sides, what happens? Square root gets cancelled. Okay, taking square on both sides, the square root and the square get cancelled, and the right hand side will be 3 square is 9 into root 2 the square is only 2. 9 root is 18. Okay, now solve for this. A into A is A square minus 7 into A is 7A. See, bring this 18 this side. Minus 18 equal to 0. Now we got the quadratic equation. We are going to factorize this. A square. Okay. We have to get minus 7 while adding these two splitting terms, and we have to get minus 18 while multiplying them. See here, it is only minus 18 because the coefficient of A square is 1. We should get minus 18 while multiplying. See here, 9 into 2. 9A into 2A. So that we get minus here and plus 2A minus 18 equal to 0. See here, add this minus 9 and plus 2 is while adding these two terms, what we get? We get minus 7 and while multiplying we get minus 18. Okay, take the common terms in this. A into A minus 9. Only A is common, and here we can take 2 as common. A minus 9 2 is 18. Therefore 9 is equal to 0. Now see here, A minus 9 is common in both the terms. A minus 9 into A plus 2 equal to 0. Equate these two terms equal to 0. A minus 9 equal to 0 means what's the value of A? A is equal to 9, and A plus 2 equal to 0 means A is equal to minus 2. Okay, minus 2 and 9. These are the two roots of the given equation. Next, the fourth solution. What's the fourth solution? Root 2 into x square plus 7x plus 5 into root 2 equal to 0. Okay, this is the assignment for you. I'll give you a hint, you can solve this easily. See here, this is already in the form of general form of quadratic equation. What we have to do, we have to split these two terms. On multiplying, what we get? 5 root 2 into 2 is 10. Okay, 10. Therefore, this term becomes as it is 2x square. See here, plus 2 into x plus 5 into x plus 5 into 2 equal to 3. See here, multiply these two terms. 5 into 2 is 10, and adding these two terms, what we get? Plus 7. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to take the common term. This term can be written as 2 to the whole square. Therefore, 1 root 2 and 1 x which outside. And here, this 5 can be written as root 5 the whole square. Sorry, we need not write it as square because we have 5 as common. So, while taking 5 as common, we will get the remaining term. So, get the value. Then you will get the two linear factors. Equate those two linear factors equal to 0. Then you get the two roots of the given equation. So, the assignment for you. See the next term. Fifth sum. 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 equal to 0. Okay. Actually, this is in the form of general form of quadratic equation. But see here, it is a rational number. See, when we have rational number, we found difficult to factorize this. Therefore, what we are going to do is we are going to take LCM. Okay, LCM is 8. What becomes 18 plus 16x square minus 8x plus 1 equal to 0. Take this 8 that side, 8 into 0 becomes 0. The equation will be 16x square minus 8x plus 1 equal to 0. Now, we have to solve this. This is also assignment for you. So, these two sums are assignment for you. With this middle term, then you get the answer. Okay. Now we are going to see the last sum of this exercise. What's the last sum? It's the word problem. Okay. The number of volleyball games. The number of volleyball games that must be scheduled in a league with how much teams? With n teams. Is given by g of n is equal to n square minus n divided by 2. Okay. That each team plays with each other team exactly once. Okay. Then a league schedules 15 weeks. How many teams play in the league? So what's the question they have given? Actually, it is a tournament of a volleyball team. Okay. So for a league, the number of games that has to be played is they have given in this form. G of n is equal to n square plus n divided by 2. If in a particular league, if the number of games played is 15, how many teams will be playing in the league? We have to find how many teams will be playing in the league. See, this is the number of games they have given. See, in a particular league, 15 games are played. That is, this is equal to this. That is, n square minus n divided by 2 is equal to 15. Okay, see here, how many teams? What's the n? N is the number of teams. So we have to find n. It is enough if we solve make this into a quadratic equation and we solve and we get the value for the variable. Okay. Now can we solve this? See here, n square minus n. Keep it as this. Take this that side. This is equal to 30. 15 into 2 is 30. Now taking 30 this side, left hand side, what we get? N square minus n minus 30 equal to 0. Okay. See now, this is in the general form of the quadratic equation. Keep the first term as it is. This term should be factorized minus n. See here, minus 6n minus 5n minus 30 equal to 0. 6 plus 5. Right? See here, add this minus 6 and plus 5. What we get? Minus 1. And multiply this minus 6 into plus 5 is minus 30. Okay? Now take the common terms. The first two terms only n is there. Therefore n minus 6. And take the common in these two terms 5. N minus 6 is equal to 0. See here, n minus 6 is common. Take the n minus 6 outside. N minus 6 is n plus 1 equal to 0. Now what we have to do? We have to equate these two linear factors separately to 0. That is n minus 6 is equal to 0 and n plus 5 equal to 0. So what's the value of n? N is equal to 6 and here n is equal to minus 6. See here, what's n? The number of teams playing in a particular league. It cannot be, it's the number of teams. So it cannot be in the negative value. Therefore, this is not possible. Therefore, the number of teams playing in the league is 6 teams. This is from the answer. So I have given you 2 sums as assignment. We have completed this exercise. Hope you have understood every sums. Thank you.